Hello everyone, this is Andy from 1HMPS Retro and I'm back again with another game video. Now I'll be doing a video today of a Neo Geo game. Now this is an arcade game called Burning Fights. There we go, it's a nice title screen there, Burning Fights. Now this was the game that I first laid my eyes on while looking at a magazine, the good old days. It was either CVG or Mean Machines. And they mentioned this game right in the back, and I was completely wowed by the graphics and look of this game, and it's one of the reasons why I always wanted a Neo Geo. Now you've got 3 selectable characters, 2 of them look very similar to the guys from Final Fight. You know, I'm going to pick a guy called Ryu. He looks a little bit like Guy, I believe. So there we go, he even dresses somewhat similar and looks similar from a distance. Now, I used to be such a huge fan of the scrolling beat-em-up genre, and like I said, when I saw this in the magazine, I was like, wow, look at the graphics on this, look how amazing it is. I couldn't believe there was a machine as well, you know, in the home that you could actually play games like this. Now, I wasn't lucky enough to actually own a Neo Geo back in the days. You know, I mean, I was lucky, I did own pretty much every other computer or console, because I was a bit spoilt growing up. But, yeah, this game just look completely different to anything else I'd experienced, you know. It's got loads of nice frames of animation actually, especially when they hold all the weapons. That's one thing you'll find out when you play most beat-em-ups. It's got the same sort of animations when they're holding the weapon, whether it be like a sword, whether it be a bottle, whether it be a gun. It's always the same sort of frame of animation, and this I think is, you know, nicely animated actually. It's a little bit stiff on the upper body, but I mean, when he's holding, you know, a different type of weapon, it does look pretty good. It's got some nice sound effects as well, and I like the way the graphics come in from the background to the foreground like that. It's really nicely done. Now, I wouldn't say the music is like the greatest sort of music in a scrolling beat 'em up. It's not as memorable as, say, Final Fight or Double Dragon, but I think graphically this game does hold up rather well. I mean, playing it now, I can see it is pretty much a Final Fight clone, but I think it's a pretty decent one actually. I kind of enjoy that. Some nice little sound effects then when you beat the crap out of people, and every so often you've got like a little bonus round that you have to go into, you know, into a shop, and basically what you have to do in the shop or the building that you enter, you have to go in and smash up the place. So there we go. Now see that nice grand piano there? I've got to smash the crap out of it, because that's the kind of guy I am. And there you go, you get some beer for that. So you get some energy basically. I forgot to mention, this is a 2-player game, and like most of these scrolling beat 'em ups, it's always best to find a friend, play this game with someone, and you'll have hours of fun. Alright, so this is an interesting level here. Like the baddies chuck out this thing. Towards the end of the level, I believe I've got to actually destroy a truck. I thought that was it, but it's not actually. I've got to beat these guys that are swinging around the chain. Now, you can't get the chains off these guys, which is a shame, so I think the chain would be a nice addition. There's a lot going on the screen. I don't know whether I was meant to beat up that guy anyway, but I mean, he was there on the screen, so I thought, to hell with it, I will punch him anyway. I've got to be so careful with this, otherwise I'll get blown up. What I do like about this game though, there's loads of things to, you know, to destroy, and loads of interesting things you can pick up. That looks like a bit of a pervy shop in there, where you get naughty videos from. It's a shame I can't go in there to find out. Again, look at that. Nice frame of animation there when I've got the gun there. Look at that, bam. Oh, look at that, and he ducks as well. That was really impressive. I do like the background graphics on this. You know, of all the little lights and the colour, you know, use of colour. Obviously, it's not as good as, say, Streets of Rage or Streets of Rage 2, where they put colour to great use, basically. But this is still a decent beat 'em up. Alright, there's that little truck that I was telling you about. So I've got to try and destroy the front of it without getting hit. So maybe if I stick to the bottom, I can do it. There we go. Quickly smash up the windscreen. Now this guy's got to have fists of steel if he can smash up a truck like that and not sort of like end up with battered fists or anything. Oh no, I completely forgot to mention, I'm trying to sort of like make this video HD. Whether it'll work or not, I'm not too sure. So this is my first attempt at trying to make a HD video. Now this fat guy here kind of reminds me of Karnov. It just reminds me of him. He doesn't blow fire up, but he's got the same sort of like rolling attack. And what I've noticed about these beat 'em up games, there's always some fat guy that you have to beat up, whether it be Final Fight, whether it be Streets of Rage 2. There's always some sort of like fat guy you have to beat the crap out of. This has actually made me think. There's another beat 'em up which I am going to do a video of. I'm going to try and do a video of a game called Rival Turf on the Super Nintendo, which again was one of my other favourite scrolling beat 'em ups at the time. Alright. He does remind me of Karnov. Oh, look at that. He doesn't just fight by himself, this baddie. He comes, you know. He's got a little henchman there. Now, just like in these sort of beat 'em ups, again, you can walk up next to someone, you can grab them. Now, I'm going to pick a different character. I'm going to pick this character called Duke, who looks a little bit like Cody. Thanks very much, Duke. He said, nice choice there. So, some nice sampled speech. Yeah, so basically I'd like to find out from you guys, did you ever play this game? Had you seen it before? Have you heard of it? And, you know, just get your overall feedback of what you think of this game altogether. And, you know, let me know what you think of this review as well. I'd say if you can find this, give it a go. Look at that, congratulations. And I'm the Real Locomaniac, so I'll see you next time. Goodbye.